On this week's Political Figure episode, it's the person who's been checking you out in the bathroom mirror every morning. You. Yeah, that's right. We know you know you're sexy. Look, I've been doing some iteration of this series for 3 years now. I've done historical candidates, foreign leaders, third-party candidates, failed candidates, people at the state level and the federal level, judges. The reality is that no matter how high profile any of these political figures are in the world today, none of them are more important than you and me. And you may be saying to yourself, hey, I hate politics. I'm not a political figure. And to that I say, the fuck you're not. And honestly, if you're seeing me, you probably don't hate politics that much. The algorithm should know me better than that at this point. But here's the reality, and that is that the entire world is at a turning point. We are deciding right now what the soul of our society is going to be globally going forward. And whether we like it or not, we are all participating in that, and that is political. And it doesn't matter if you're doing everything you can or you're doing nothing, because inaction is still an action. No decision is still a decision. And every one of those actions or inactions or decisions or indecisions is going to have a political impact on what happens. And that makes you a political figure. That makes the people as a whole a political figure. And we're all hyper-focused right now on the frantic state of the United States, but this is also elections in Canada and Mexico and Australia and Poland. This is ethnic cleansing in Gaza and a literal fight for freedom and liberty and independence in Ukraine. This is a fight for a habitable world for our children and grandchildren, and no matter where they live. And the actions, the political actions we take right now are going to determine the outcomes of those things for generations to come. Now, when we think about political figures, we think about fiery and inspiring speeches. We think about policy proposals and diplomatic relations with foreign leaders. But remember that every single political figure around the world is only giving speeches with a voice that we have given them. They are only passing policies that we have allowed them to pass. Their voice is supposed to be our voice, but it hasn't been. They have taken the positions of power that we have privileged them with and abused them. And they are continuing to abuse them because they have forgotten who they answer to. And if they are going to refuse to use the voice that we allow them to have to speak on our behalf and pass policies for us, then we need to start speaking on behalf of ourselves. See, we often mistakenly think that we're a two-party system, but we have always had 3 parties in this country, and the third party is the People's Party. It is us. And we don't need grinder-crashing conventions or gerrymandered elections or billionaire-funded foundations, because we're always in power, and we allow the other 2 parties to rule at our leisure. And I will tell you what, I'm not feeling very fucking leisurely anymore, and I don't think any of you are either. And this is why every one of us needs to get out and be the political figures we want to see, because we are one whether we like it or not, and we can't complain about politics as usual unless we put in the work. And that means that our fiery speeches are going to be chants at protests. Our policy proposals are presented when we show up to City Hall. The enforcement of the laws that we want to see abided by, and those laws don't need to be in a law book or have been decided by a court case. No, the laws that we all know are just basic human rights. The laws that say that you shouldn't be abducted or kidnapped and sent to a concentration camp in a foreign country. The laws that say that no child should go hungry, no human should go homeless, nobody should go bankrupt simply because they had to go to the doctor. The laws that say that women should be making their own decisions about their own bodies, and the laws that say that love is love and you can marry who you want to marry regardless of what the fuck is in your pants. And those laws are not going to be enforced by Orange Julius Caesar or the cops or the courts or the fucking feds or some Delta Farce cosplatriates marching through our streets with fucking masks on. They are going to be enforced by us showing up in the streets and reminding them that there is a hell of a lot more of us than there ever will be of them. We need to stand face to face with the fuzz and tell them to stop resisting. The cops need to be reminded that they work for us and we don't need to comply with them. They need to comply with the people. And if our oligarch overlords don't obey the real rulers of the world, which is us, well, somebody better remind them that fashion trends change like the wind, and they're gonna look pretty fucking silly if they show up to their red carpet galas in last year's Gucci and the new fashion scene is all tea parties and guillotines. Because I am pretty sure we've had all the cake we can stand and we are ready to eat the rich. So get out there and be the political figures you want to see in the world. Come join us in celebrating the bankruptcy baron's birthday at the No Kings rally on June 14th. I will be speaking at the St. Paul one. keep calling your reps and reminding them who they work for. Keep showing up to town halls and marches and city council meetings and school board meetings. And stay fucking dead sea salty so you can show up and melt ice at a moment's notice, because icy streets are a danger to your community and only you can keep it safe. And just keep in mind every single day when you get out of bed that you might not be the president or a congressman or a cabinet member, a senator or a mayor. You may have never fundraised for a campaign or ran for an election in your life, but you are still a political figure, and you represent yourself, you represent your friends, your families, and your neighbors. And you need to be the best representative for them that you can be, because that's the only way that we are going to deal with all of these fucking representatives who don't represent us. And for every single person who's been out there or will be out there fighting the good fight, you can go ahead and get yourself an American flag and wrap that around your shoulders, because every hero can use a cape.